A thought experiment. Just imagine we had the recording of a 6-year-old Israeli girl desperately ringing the emergency services after Hamas militants had slaughtered her relatives in a car, including 3 of the children. Imagine we also had a prior recording of her 15-year-old cousin desperately pleading for help before you hear her being violently murdered by Hamas gunfire. Imagine then an Israeli ambulance sent to rescue this little girl was then blown up by Hamas militants, killing both paramedics. What would be the response? Well, I think you know what the response would be. It would be offered up as evidence of the supreme evil and barbarism of Hamas. We would be told that it proved that they are worse than the Nazis. It would also be offered up as justification for the need to wipe Hamas off the face of the earth. Every politician in the West would issue statements dripping with grief and righteous fury. But you see, this horror did happen to a girl, a 6-year-old girl, called Hind Rajab, and her family, and the paramedics who were sent to rescue her. But those killed were all Palestinians, and those that killed them were Israeli soldiers. So, fiery denunciations of the supreme evil and barbarism of the Israeli Defense Force, they didn't happen. Nor did statements from politicians dripping with grief and righteous fury. Instead, the West continues to arm and back Israel's mass slaughter with occasional hand-wringing, which its politicians know has zero impact on the behaviour of Israel. Even as Israel commits some of the worst atrocities of the 21st century, live-streamed for the whole world to see, these Western powers refuse to describe a single act committed by the Israeli state as a war crime.